This is Life for You, the first TV magazine in Second Life, with Kira Singh and Christoph Broom. Life for You is a proud media partner of the Metaverse European Second Life Conference and Expo, taking place on November 19th and 20th in Munich. You want to join? Get all the information you need under www.metaverse07.com.
From the Life for You studios on Big Bit Island, welcome everyone to a new show. And have we got news, entertainment, and advice for you this week?
That's right, Kira. Our reporters are back from their adventures and ready to bring you 3 fantastic reports. One about the SL convention in Chicago, one about an amazing new cathedral in SL, and, that's right folks, one about a tsunami they actually survived.
Here we go. Oh!
This will be bigger than the web. Philip Linden's enthusiastic speech and many more facts about the Second Life convention in Chicago. Our reporter dared to venture over the pond for a 3-day trip to real-life America. Tsunamis, hurricanes, and students? How our reporters survived a Second Life tsunami, and why all the catastrophes on NOAA Island are designed to help us learn more about our planet. Oh my God! The Dome of Cologne in Second Life, who created one of the most beautiful and spectacular real-life buildings in our virtual world, and why?
800 participants, lots of news, countless new ideas, contacts, lectures, and plenty of gossip. The Second Life convention in Chicago offered more than enough reasons for us to dare a research trip to the real-life Midwest.
So, we sent our chief reporter, Draxter Dupre, across the real-life Atlantic. And it was definitely worth every linden. Oh, I beg your pardon. Euro.
Artificial Island, the in-world hub for SLCC 2007, lies deserted. Only a few days ago, well over 800 Second Lifers wandered the halls of the Chicago Hilton, feeding information back to countless residents in the world, audio streams enabling everyone to listen in and participate in the numerous panel discussions. Life for You television sent me to Chicago to make the case for so-called traditional media on a panel about journalism in SL. I was also to make first contact with the Lindens. I arrived in the Windy City last Friday without any complications and passed through SL Customs with immigration papers from Biscuit Carroll. Permission to leave virtual reality for 3 days were granted. Cautionary notes were issued.
You're going to be able to experience fresh air and perhaps sunshine or rain. However, you're going to have to make time for sleeping in the real world for between 4 and 10 hours a day. There is a risk that while you're here as well, you may die. When you're in Second Life, you will have noticed people disappear and don't come back. So that's what dying is like, except with dying, it's you that doesn't come back.
Philip Linden, aka Rosedale, gave an enthusiastically received keynote speech Saturday morning. He acknowledged the many technical glitches in SL were not acceptable, but left no doubt where he sees the world going.
We're just the very first people to the party. This is something that everybody on Earth is going to use. We need to keep the system running well, get out of everybody's way so that this thing can expand to where it wants to be, which, in my opinion, and let me defend it now, is bigger than the web.
This third community convention focused heavily on the not-for-profit sector. The keynote address by MacArthur Foundation Director of Education Connie Yowell showed the group had a deeper understanding of social networking.
The future is not about one particular platform. It's about really understanding the convergence of these various platforms and how you can bring them together to make sense, making sure that we're not building divides between the different folks who are completely engaged in the other kinds of Web 2.0 technology.
While Yowell stressed collaboration across platforms, her colleague Benjamin Stokes pointed out SL's strengths over other online environments.
We're interested in the public good. How can we contribute to the public good? And Second Life is a great place to start looking initially because of the commitment there to making a lot of things open.
A handful of users from the Teen Grid had already taken action. Led by Barry Joseph, the Global Kids Initiative produced impressive films on a variety of social issues. One was influenced by a visit to the International Criminal Court and reenacted scenes from the life of a child soldier in Sierra Leone.
The majority of our work is done face-to-face for youth around New York City, helping them develop skills around global citizenship and global leadership. In an environment like Second Life, what you're having is not just a place where an individual can create, but they can create with others. And as a result, the education for the group becomes larger than the sum of the individual education.
I was frankly too exhausted to attend Saturday's masquerade ball, sponsored by in-world adult entertainment mogul Stroker Serpentine, but thanks to Flickr, Photobucket, etc., we can still experience that too. Must have been pretty wild from what I hear. Perhaps just as wild as my encounter with arguably the clearest thinker of the virtual world, never too tired to hold the Linden's feet to the fire, Prokofy Neva. She had tracked CEO Rosedale down at lunch to discuss the reforming of the orientation process.
Brutal, but you know, I'd rather buy it. Buying would be more fair, frankly. But if you want to do it that way, that's still interesting.
With all its lag and in-world bickering, this still feels like a very special family. Or is it a cult? Nah. The question remains, are we journalists in SL too close to the powers that be? Can we be part of the family? I pondered these thoughts Sunday night over a few pints of Guinness with SLCN executive producer Starsonic.
Oh, the Drexter needs a drink.
If I were to become a lapdog journalist and the laughingstock of the trade, I guess I could always just leave the country and start anew, right? Somewhere else.
You just became an Australian citizen.
Reporting from wherever they pay me well, I'm Draxter Dupre, still with Live For You News.
Glad you decided to stick with us, Draxter. I wonder who else would pay you to take trips to Chicago.
Come on, Chris. He did a great job. And at least now we know that Linden's celebs, such as marketing boss Catherine Smith, and even Philip Linden himself are watching us. Hi, Philip.
Hi, Catherine. And here's the news in brief.
Presented by SL Info, the community in Second Life.
Big Blue still growing. The American electronics giant IBM has just announced that it will increase its efforts in Second Life even further. The company known as The Big Blue already has more than 5,000 staffers working in Second Life on 50 IBM islands. In the future, IBM will be looking to outsource more divisions to the virtual world, especially the distribution, organization, and service support divisions. With the help of their own virtual reality research department, they're going to be exploring the potential of other business models as well. The first international architecture competition in Second Life. This Friday, September 1st, was the deadline for the first annual architecture and design competition in Second Life, and the organizers have already announced that they're very happy with the number of submissions received. The projects will be presented at the 2007 Ars Electronica Festival from September 5th to the 11th in Linz, Austria. A jury will hand out awards in 5 categories, and there will be 2 prizes in general. Politics in the Second Life spotlight. With its new Politikland, the German federal government is looking to establish and promote political communication online. You're invited to join in some political discussions in the comfortable surroundings of virtual party headquarters, where you can find out information on federal ministers and even play some politic games. Last Tuesday, as part of the 6th Political Web Tuesday, several members of the German Bundestag discussed the future of Turkish accession to the EU. The Titanic lives in Second Life. It's 1912, a cold night. There's an iceberg in the distance. That's right, we're talking about the Titanic. Now the legendary ship is back in Second Life. With a cinema, a dining room, a fitness and massage room, and special animations, you can feel like a movie star, just like Leo and Kate. For those of you who want to know more about the ship, $100 Linden will get you a guided tour.